Hey guys, welcome back to my brand new video, and this is the first video of the year. This video, as the title suggests, will be me cutting my hair. Enjoy! So this is what I like to call the disaster blonde. It has not been combed or anything. It looks a hot, petrified mess. Roots are too dark. Some of the tones, the way they translate on camera, it's actually not the way it translates in real life. What is this? Oh, it's my mirror. And it's a mess. So this is leaving today. So here's the hair. All some inches of it. And so from the blonde incident, there was a little incident. So the bleach powder was not properly rinsed off of like one of the wefts, and I don't know how I didn't notice it. Like it was not the weft, like the hair just below the weft, and it stayed. Wait, wrong. Here we go. If you could see the, I need to do it in the mirror. Here we go. So it pressed through the stocking cap and then went onto my hair. Luckily my hair seems to not be falling out. And oh my god. How did I not notice this? So yeah. Let's see what we can do with this hair. I mean, it grew out so well. The only issue I have is that the edges over here are very thin, as opposed to this side that's not as thin. And I may or may not cut it all off. Should I cut it? Should I let it grow? Cut it, let it grow. I'm cutting it. Okay guys, so what I am doing here is basically sectioning off the hair. Now don't mind the dandruff, this hair was in an install for a while, so yeah, and it will be getting washed after the cut and all of that other stuff. So basically the top part is getting sectioned off because that part will retain all of its original length, and the lower sides will be getting cut. I want to be very precise about the parting, which is why it's taking me a while to really get it, because I really want to make sure that we have even pieces, short pieces on the lower and long pieces on the top. And because my hair had been in the braids, it was wavy. It took a bit of a while to get the part that I wanted and make sure the portions were to my liking. So yeah, guys. Trying to do this by yourself isn't easy. It's worth it. There's a bit of satisfaction in it, but it's not easy. So this is the previous haircut that I had. Yes, this is me looking all sexified. Wait, there we go. And see that lineup? Of course, there's no way I could give myself that lineup, so the patch, Lord. It is cutting time. Combed up, so to know exactly what we're getting and taking away. My hair is not curly again. This is from the braids. And I'm gonna start here. I need a bag. My trash bag, and I'm going to use my trusty little darlings and a comb. Go like this. And go like that. Now that's all working with the comb because I am not ambidextrous. So I'm going to have to use my hand to hold and cut. And I'm going to cut with my hand at an angle. So instead of putting my fingers straight down like this, I'm going to put them at an angle like this. So I get sort of a tapered vibe where the bottom is short and the top is a little longer. And I'm going to go a little long, not too short. And here we go, guys. The first cut. Oh my goodness. It's always the scariest part. If you could tell by my face and my mouth, I'm like holding my breath. I am insanely scared at this point that I messed up. But it looks alright. Okay, so now I'm a little more confident in the cutting. I'm gonna detangle once more, make sure everything is even, and go right back in, and here we go. Cleaning up all the little random pieces, and I'm cutting on the other side just to make sure everything is even. Of course, I have to do a little yakking before I can continue. And now it's time to cut the back, which was a little more difficult because obviously I couldn't really see it. But then, you know, use my trusty mirror, and now I am definitely gonna just take a chance and cut it off. And all seems to be okay. Just a few snips and clips here and there, and it seems to be alright for now. And of course you have to do a little shaping up. Alright, and here we go with the semi-final cut. Everything looks good, all seems sort of kind of well. Great shape, I think. A few long pieces, but hey, looking good. It's always good to apply a base, and a base would protect your scalp from the relaxer chemical. Relaxer chemical, regardless if it's the regular or mild or whatever, it still can burn your skin. So you want to be very careful with that. If you have never used it by yourself, I suggest you go to a professional hair stylist. I have been touching up my own hair since I was like probably 14 or 15 years old. I've been applying relaxer. Had several epic fails, but I have since grown and learned from then. So I do my own hair. I do not like people touching my hair in terms of relaxing, because as I said, I feel when it's tingling and when it's burning, they don't. And because hairstylists like for you to remain in the chair longer so you could leave with the perfect hairstyle and stuff, they might let you burn a little more, I feel like. And because, I mean, I've had burns where I've had scabs, as I said, and I don't need that in my life. So I basted before. Is it based or base? I feel like basting is when you talk about a turkey. I think it's base, whatever. I put this. Alright guys, this is the pre-cream or the base from Pro Style, and what you do with this is that you put it on your scalp, on your forehead, around your ear to protect your skin from the harsh chemicals that are found in, or that is found in, the chemical relaxer. Now this has the consistency of a grease. If you don't know what a grease consistency is, we could liken it to Vaseline or petroleum jelly. And some people have used Vaseline or petroleum jelly to protect their scalp before a relaxer, but this is what I saw in the hair salon the last time I went, and this is recommended for basing your hair before you get a chemical relaxer. As you can see, I'm putting it around my forehead, on my ear, towards the back a little bit on the nape. I'm gonna go in like 1 centimeter in and put some on my scalp, and just on the tender areas, especially the places I know that I get burnt easily or the places that were itching earlier on. And this is from Optimum. It's called Optimum Smooth Relaxer System Multi-Mineral Relaxer. Reduced pH Cream Relaxer. This is called Step 2. step 2. And this is the regular strength. There's mild, regular, and super. There was a point when I thought using super was a good idea, especially when I had a lot of hair growth. Super is obviously, as the name suggests, stronger than the regular, so it starts working faster, but it also burns your scalp easier than when this touches your scalp. It does not burn as fast as when super touches your scalp. And there's always some product missing. Look at that. It's like an inch worth of product. An inch, I mean, going into the tub. Although it's a big tub, it's big as my head. But good grief. I paid $20 for this tub. You could have put the last amount in there. What were you doing with it? Alright guys, so right now what I'm doing is sectioning my hair into 4 parts. That will ensure that the relaxer is distributed evenly throughout my hair by giving me smaller sections to work with. Now, most girls of color who do use relaxer, the hair in the back for them is usually a little more coarser than the hair in the front. So that part tends to be processed first. So you apply the relaxer in the back part of your hair first. As you can see, I am staying at least a millimeter or 2 away from my skin. Again, if the relaxer does touch my skin, that could result in my skin getting irritated, and then I'll have to wash it out. Now, also, I did not base my entire hair. Here we have the finished product. I'm using, again, the regular strength relaxer, which we're supposed to leave on for 15 minutes. And I put relaxer at the very edge, right there in the front of my hair, you know, lastly, because the hair is finer and it takes less time to process. I made sure that the relaxer was all over, and I still take the comb and go through, you know, to make sure there are no coarse parts of the hair. It's always recommended that you use a comb. My comb is considered fine tooth, but there are combs that are smaller, so I mean, do what works for you. This comb does not pull and tangle very much, which is why I like using it. And again, you should use gloves. I don't know why I didn't use any gloves. Such a bad idea. This is a very strong chemical, and I should not have gone in without gloves. And as you can see, I'm just going through bit by bit here. I'm just going through bit by bit, as I said, making sure that all of the new growth that I had is like straight. I putting relaxer on every part, going back through it. This is quite tedious and a lot of work, but I do enjoy relaxing my hair. We'll rinse when they buy the little kit. There's a neutralizing shampoo in there, and what that does is it eats away quickly at the cream, breaking it down out of your hair faster. I'm not going to use a neutralizing shampoo. I think they're a waste of money, because if you buy them in a separate bottle, it comes with a lot, and you shouldn't use neutralizing shampoos unless you have a perm or relaxer in your hair. I mean, like the actual cream. After you use it to take the cream out, you should not use it again, because neutralizing shampoos are very strong. After all, they could break this up and strip it out of your hair. You don't want to use them on your hair on a regular basis. So I'm just going to use a regular shampoo and conditioner from Organics, and I will show you guys what that looks like in a second. Okay guys, so the shampoo and conditioner that I have, as I said, is from Organics. We have the Sea Mineral Moisture and the Quenching Sea Mineral Moisture Conditioner. So that's in the shampoo and conditioner. This one says it has 50% more, and I got them from my local beauty supply. They smell great, and I've been using them for a while. So yeah, and they were only $7.99 each bottle. And now I'm just shampooing. If you see all that nice length in the top, everything looks so soft and smooth. But with the relaxer, it has a little more length, so there'll definitely be a little more cutting. And now I'm just going to rinse all of that nice shampoo out of my hair to get ready for my conditioner. The Organics, what's that word? Quenching Sea Mineral Moisture Conditioner and some castor oil. Now, The castor oil I have is the Jamaican black castor oil. I have other castor oil that's from St. Lucia that's less processed, but I'm running super duper low on that one. So if you're from St. Lucia, hit me up and bring me some castor oil. So I will use the regular Jamaican black castor oil that everybody knows and loves. So this is the Jamaican black castor oil, which I'm gonna mix with the organics conditioner, and I'm gonna use this comb to detangle while the conditioner is in my hair, and then cover it with a shower cap. I do not have a hooded hair dryer. Now the conditioner is blue and it smells amazing, and I'm gonna put a very small amount of that castor oil in the conditioner, just, you know, no real measurement, and see how much I have there. And I'm gonna just use my finger and mix it around and try to get them to become one basically. And I'm gonna run that through my freshly shampooed hair, make sure I get it everywhere, and, you know, evenly distribute that stuff. And also, if I might have a little more, I may put some more in there. I'm not sure if I'm about to do that. Got some there in my eye. Oh, here we go. So putting a little more in there. As you know, with conditioner, like, you could use a drop of shampoo and you'll get full coverage, but with conditioner you definitely need to use a whole lot more. And here I am just combing that out, hoping to get some of the dead hair out also with that combing, and just allowing the conditioner to just work its magic through my hair, and just pasting on whatever is coming out, just pasting that on my hair. And now I have a nice little sleek situation going on. After which I will cover that with my shower cap from the dollar store. Okay, so now that we are finally washed and properly deep conditioned, as you see, some of the pieces are longer than they originally were thanks to the relaxer. So it is time to cut once more. And the hair is slippery because it is still very wet, so that sort of hinders, you know, getting the best cut that I could because it slips through my fingers a lot. But I'm still gonna go in there and do my best with this cut. Again, this is my first time giving myself a pixie cut, but, you know, I'm always up for the challenge. So I'm just gonna comb it down, check with the mirror to make sure everything looks even, and I'm gonna take the scissors and go over the hair a bit, make sure we get that nice framing on either side. And now we're gonna use the Oars by Olive Oil, or Olive Oil by Oars hair moisturizer. And if you notice, I have two different sizes, and one says it has 25% more, and I have found that sometimes they're actually the same price. Now I have the emu oil here and the vitamin E oil caplets. The emu oil is only 2 ounces for $25, and I usually mix those oils in that little container that I just showed you with the pink spout. Here we have the Cream of Nature coconut mousse. I've never used this one before. It says it has coconut milk in it. And today I'm just going to give it a whirl, and here we go. I'm just applying the emu oil on my edges and the hair moisturizer all throughout. We're getting ready for the mold, putting in some oil for some nourishment and shine. And here's the mousse, which I find is not as foamy as other mousses that I've tried. And we're going in right away. When your hair is this short, it's so easy to mold. It is so easy to mold, especially when you have product in it and it's wet. I'm going to try a little wave action on the side. Not so much on this side, but I'm going to try to the best of my ability. And then I'm going to go get my Eco Styler black gel and use my brush to just smooth that in. And I only use the black gel on the back, not throughout the hair. Next, I'm going to proceed to get my wrapping paper, which is sort of like tissue paper or what we call crepe paper, and just wrap that around to keep my mold intact and just secure that a little bit with my wrap cap. Okay guys, so it is finished. It has been blown out because I don't have a hooded hair dryer. It is the next day, and as you see, some of my waves from the mold are gone. But now it's time. This is my 1/2 inch and my 1/4 inch curling iron. It's time to start curling. This is also the 1 inch with the big barrel, which will be used for the top. And we're gonna just add a few products, which is my Lotta Body Edge Control for $3.99, as I'm trying to tell you, my Tresemme holding spray. And we're gonna section off the long pieces again from the short pieces, and we're gonna go in with a little moisturizer and also a little oil for sheen and a very little amount of the holding spray. We're gonna start curling, so I want to make sure all the pieces are in their respective places, and I'm gonna use the Silver Conair one to go in first. And as I go down, I'm going to use the Golden Hot for the shorter parts. And if you notice, the Conair is missing its rubber handle. I used KT tape to replace it because it got too hot and it slid off. And I'm going to stop curling on camera and come back with the finished product. As you can see, it does take a little bit of effort and a little bit of work. Here we go with the finished set of curls, and we're going to go through with this wide tooth comb. Make sure all pieces again are in their respective places. Short haircuts like this are not low maintenance. They require a lot of work and also a lot of finger play. And after you curl, you could use this wrapping tissue that I'm showing you again, just to get your curls to lay flat if you're into that. Make sure your sideburns are in place and your comb over or your bang, make sure that is laying nicely also. And here I am fixing a rogue curl. And yes guys, this is the finished product. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sure it was a little longer. I'm going to edit it down as much as possible. I'm sure it was a little longer. I am super stoked to be back recording with you guys, and look out for more videos. I'm going to try my best. My schedule is about to pick up again. I'm going to go back to work next week. From January 8th, it's back to work, and my classes start maybe the week, like college classes start maybe the week after. I have to double check. And then life is going to start getting crazy again. But before that happens, I'm going to film and edit a couple of videos. Thank you for watching, guys.